Well, here it is. The RAZR Plus, also known as the RAZR 40 Ultra, if you're overseas. So I got one, and here are my thoughts on it. So I've been using it, just had it a couple hours now. I went over to the T-Mobile store first thing this morning. As you can tell, I got the exclusive, they call it Pantone color. Some people call it magenta, some people call it red, whatever. It's an interesting color. And they had the black one there as well. I was like, well, that one looks kind of boring and bland. It reminds me a lot of just the regular old Z Flip. So I thought I'd get this one. I don't have a case on it. Might be to my detriment. Thankfully, it's got this leather texture on the back, so it really adds quite a bit of grip. So that's nice. And you don't have to worry about scratching up the bottom of the phone, because what's inevitably going to happen is you're going to put it down like this, and then you're going to pop the screen up, or you're just going to set it down on some sort of a flat surface. So I think that was a thoughtful design that they did. So there's no screen protector on the front, but it does come with one inside of the phone. Oh, turn off Twitter there. There is one on the inside screen, so that's good. That's going to give you the protection there, and I think that helps out a lot because, well, these folding phones really need to have them from the get-go. Let's take a look at the crease. So turn the screen off there. You can see it's pretty flat for right now, and I'm sure over time, as you open it and close it, it's probably going to add more to that crease, but for now it's pretty good. It has the fingerprint scanner over here built into the power button, so that's nice and convenient. It is a little high. I don't have the largest hands in the world. I got to kind of stretch my thumb up there a little bit, but it's got a nice screen on it, 165 hertz refresh rates, an AMOLED display, 6.9 inch, full 1080p plus, so pretty neat. I haven't tested out the brightness outside yet, so there's going to be some more stuff that's going to be forthcoming as I get my review done here, but at first glance, I like it. I've been waiting for this phone to come out for a while. You've probably seen I made a couple of videos saying, like, rest in peace Z Flip. Got to see what they do with the Z Flip 5, what they bring to the game. But this is a seriously upgraded phone over the RAZR 5G, which came out in 2021. So it's been a couple of years since we've had a flip phone hit the States from Motorola. So you got a couple of camera options here. You've got a 13 megapixel primary and a 12 megapixel ultra wide on the outside, and then you have a 32 megapixel selfie camera. I'm gonna have to test those out, and I can snap a picture real quick and we'll see how this goes. So let's snap a picture, aka like unbox therapy style. I mean, it looks okay. I like the skin tones. It looks pretty natural. It looks like there's probably a smoothing effect on there that I'll have to turn off in the settings that I don't like. But the big thing with this phone is this right here. Voila. The front screen and the things that you can do with it. There we go, swipe up. Let me put my pin in. Apparently it needs that. So this is the big deal right here. You've got your icons here. You can tap down there. It pulls up your notifications. You can tap again to dismiss it. And then you can swipe down from the top to get your quick settings. Yeah, apparently you just have to be purposeful. Just the whole, well, there it goes. I don't know. It was just being freezy there for a second. I just got this, like I said, a few hours ago. So you just swipe down from the front. You can still get to your quick settings. You got a couple different options here. Of course, you can add apps to that. You can pull up and you can load some games. You can reply with your text messages. There's a lot that you can do with the front screen. And that's really the big thing about this phone. If you don't care about the front screen and you just want to get a flip phone so it's more compact and all that jazz, this does have the same chip as the Galaxy Z Flip 4. You could probably get one of those pretty cheap. And my guess is it's going to be better than the next RAZR that's coming out in a few months that doesn't have this big fancy screen. So the screen does wrap around the cameras and it makes like one big unified screen. I know that some people don't like that. You can actually adjust that to where it cuts off below the cameras. So that's a nice thing that you can do there as well. Wireless charging. It has wired charging up to 30 watts. So not too shabby. 3,800 milliamp battery. Basically, it's 100 milliamps higher, I believe, than the Z Flip 4. And it has the same chip, the Snapdragon 8 Plus Generation 1. It should get roughly about the same battery life, but it might get better because you can use the front cover screen a lot more than you can with the Z Flip. So that's going to entice you to use the front screen more. Now, in addition to that, 256 gigabytes of baseline storage. I'm happy about that. 8 gigabytes of RAM. It goes up to 12 gigs of RAM, so that's nice too. You can get a larger storage option as well. I got a great deal on this one. I sold out my iPhone SE again. Last time I traded in my iPhone SE 2022 for the Pixel 7 because I got it for like a couple bucks. They gave me a great trade-in deal, more than I paid for the phone. And this time, I got this phone for free at T-Mobile for trading in my iPhone SE 2022. So like $400 and something phone for $1,000 phone. I'll make that deal every day of the week, and I'll just go buy another iPhone SE 2022. I'll just get one off eBay refurbished or something for like $250 or whatever the price is. So I'm going to get another one. I do have my iPhone 14 Pro Max. I'm recording on it right now. It's not my most favorite phone in the world. I don't really care for it. I love the SE, as you guys and gals know. So things that I like so far about this, the haptic feedback. So the haptics when you're typing on here are really nice. It's got a nice positive feedback. It doesn't make the phone vibrate too much. Very succinct. It's got a good vibration algorithm going for it. So I like that. The screen does look nice and pristine. And again, you can hardly notice the crease on here. I mean, you can notice a little bit, but it's not going to be as prominent, I don't believe, as what you get with like the Z Flip 4 and the Z series that we've seen. I do appreciate the screen protector on here. There's not a lot of good cases, I'm going to be honest with you. They did have one at T-Mobile. They tried to sell me a Tech 21 case, $49.99. Like, I'm not paying $50 for a clear plastic case to put on a phone. I'll order one off of Amazon. You know, famous last words. Also, I wish the front part had a screen protector, but it doesn't, and that's the biggest thing I'm worried about getting scratched up. The inside screen, you've got this protective housing because the phone is closed up, right? So that's fine. The front, not so much. The hinge, it is positional, so you can kind of set it where you want it. I mean, within reason. Once you get too close, it'll go ahead and automatically open. But you get basically from here down to like here, maybe a little bit more, but I mean, that's not useful there. The big thing is putting it here and then being able to watch stuff. Apparently, it does have like a wireless desktop mode. I'll mess around with that later. I wasn't overly impressed with it on my Think phone, so it's kind of a nice gesture they throw it in there, but honestly, I don't think it's a selling point. I'm gonna be honest here. So USB-C charging, stereo speakers, and it's got a 3.6-inch screen on the front, which is just crazy because when you think about it, some folks are like, oh, the screen's still too small. The first iPhone had a 3.5-inch screen. Now it was taller, the ratios were different, but still, 3.6-inch screen. That's really impressive, especially compared to what Samsung's been able to do with the previous Z Flip phones. I know it's going to change with the Z Flip 5. We'll have to see how well that's actually executed. Battery life, my guess I'm probably going to get over 5 hours of screen on time. That's what I got with the Z Flip 4. And now being able to use this front screen more exclusively and judicially, I can do that and save some battery by only using a smaller screen that doesn't require as much brightness and it doesn't have to illuminate as large of a surface area. So I'm excited about it. Those are some of the things I like so far, some of the concerns that I have. I do need to find a case. There's just nothing on Amazon as far as cases go. It's just several different ones where it's just the combination of syllables they throw together to make a brand name. And then a lot of them were like, oh, you can't get the case till the middle or end of July. So it's coming straight from China, basically, from the same factory they all come from. So I'm going to try and get a case and a screen protector. I'm going to keep my eyes open. I really want something that's reputable, not something called like Sucknap or some other weird name I can't even pronounce. So $9.99 I think is probably a good phone, especially with all the capabilities it brings to the table. The flip capability, the flip phone, and then you got the front screen that goes along here as well. Android 13, and so you've got facial recognition technology. So it's got basically everything that you need, but this big, fantastic front screen is the big selling point like I've been talking about for the last few weeks. And I think that it handily beats the Z Flip in that department. So mostly good things from me here. A couple concerns and question marks, but so pretty good phone so far. I like it. Not a lot of question marks from me. I do think that it's worth it. I especially think it was worth it to trade in my iPhone SE 2022 and get it for free. Yes, that's in the form of bill credits with T-Mobile, but I don't have to pay for it. And I've got the line anyway that I'm keeping. So why not get the free $1,000 phone for my $400 phone? And I'll just go get another iPhone SE somewhere else, right? Like that would be the smart thing to do. So that's all I got. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Going to wrap this one up. This is my first day with the phone. I got a lot of things to test out. The battery life, the brightness, how good a lot of things are on here. But at first glance and just taking it out of the box, setting it up, using it for a few hours, I like it. And that's reassuring because I was a little concerned, but mostly positive about the phone all the way up to its launch point. And now you can go get one. And if you get one also at like AT&T, you can get one with no trade-in for like $5 a month. So there's some good, really good offers at T-Mobile and AT&T because of course they want to flood the market and get these in people's hands before they have a chance to buy a Z Flip 5 in a few months. So that's all I've got so far, my initial review and first impressions on the RAZR Plus. If you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.